So we know that the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off, 2 years where they've won the Super Bowl back-to-back. And they're the most deadly team in the NFL, no matter what the roster looks like. But the Kansas City Chiefs have a chance to do something even more scary, and they have a chance to become even scarier than they are already. Now, it's a lot of good players in this free agency. It's a lot of good players up for trade. And now we talk about the wide receiver position. You got dudes like Deontay Johnson. You got dudes like Justin Jefferson, who could be available for trade. You got Tyler Lockett, who's going to get cut. You got, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Ridley. You got a lot of dudes in the free agency market. So it's a very, very good chance that the Kansas City Chiefs could get their wide receiver one this year, and that they could get somebody that's very, very good. And even in the draft, there's a bunch of wide receivers in that, in that area. So the Kansas City Chiefs have a chance to break the NFL because we know they just won the Super Bowl, and they could really three-peat. I mean, look, they have a very good defense. They might lose a few players on our defense, but I think it'll still be solid. They have the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion. They have Rashid Rice, who's going to break out in year 2. I have a video coming out soon on that. They have Isaiah Pacheco, who's a great young running back. They have a very solid O-line. They have Andy Reid, who's the greatest coach of all time. And they got Travis Kelce, who's the greatest tight end of all time. So they have all of these players at this all-time position, right? Or it's at least debatable for all of them. And they have all of these players that's already very, very good. And they also have these rookies on cheap contracts and these second-year players on cheap contracts that's making plays. So the Kansas City Chiefs are doing everything right, and they're doing it exactly how it's supposed to be done. Now, we know that Brett Veach's always been trying to get a wide receiver. I mean, he tried to trade for A.J. Brown. He tried to trade up for a wide receiver. I think he tried to trade up for Zay Flowers in the draft. So we all know that with the way the wide receiver market is this year, just in general, Brett Veach will be very, very active. And don't be surprised if he pulls off something crazy. I know y'all said my Justin Jefferson debate is impossible, and that's not happening. Cool. Y'all could think that. I'm not going to say anything's impossible in this league. We don't know. We didn't think A.J. Brown would be traded like that. But if he's not happy, then he's not happy. Now, a lot of y'all say, if we didn't pay Tyreek, why would we pay Justin Jefferson? Let me nip that in the bud, right? So the reason why we didn't pay Tyreek, okay, cool. He wanted $28 million. I know we got to pay Justin Jefferson something crazy. But Tyreek Hill was complaining about the team. We didn't pass him the ball enough. We didn't give him enough targets. And not only that, Tyreek Hill also is way older than Justin Jefferson. And on the Kansas City Chiefs, first of all, the way Tyreek was playing on the Kansas City Chiefs doesn't compare at all on how Justin Jefferson is playing on the Vikings. Tyreek Hill he wasn't average, but he wasn't what he was on the Dolphins. And he definitely wasn't what Justin Jefferson is on the Vikings right now. Justin Jefferson is breaking history. I don't think people understand how good this wide receiver is. He is breaking history. And the Chiefs found a way to get him. We know that's breaking the NFL. But that might not happen. But there's other very good free agent wide receivers. And wide receivers that's up for trade. Darnell Mooney wouldn't be bad with us. He wasn't really used right on the Bears. He's very, underused. That's not the word. But, also, Deontay Johnson. He was not really utilized very well on the Steelers. So I think he'll also be better with the Kansas City Chiefs. He never really played with a good quarterback. So there's options that we have this year, and we could get active in the draft to improve our offense. So the Kansas City Chiefs are about to take their game to the next gear. They're about to take their game to the next gear, another level. Patrick Mahomes, Kelce, Andy Reid, they're going to do it again. And I know this is sad for you other fans to hear, but the Kansas City Chiefs will be the first team to three-peat, man. It just makes perfect sense. You got to have a dynasty like the Patriots, but this time you just have to make it better just for the NFL. And that's what we're seeing right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. Patrick Mahomes, he's haven't had a top wide receiver in a very long time. And if we see that again with other wide receivers that could step up when the plays is needed to be made, then it's going to be something very, very scary cooking up in Kansas City. And I know next season is going to be historical. Now, I don't know if Andy Reid's going to ever let us go undefeated. But, man, I don't see how it doesn't happen if we build this offense this year and we still find a way to keep the defense good. Then we would literally be unstoppable. We'll be that fun team to watch again. Mahomes will have them MVP numbers again. And I think Mahomes is going to be on one next year. I really think he's going to have a very, very good year. and he's gonna ride off that momentum from going to the Super Bowl and winning it, and having that back-to-back, just that back-to-back feeling of winning the Super Bowl back-to-back, and then he could go out there and compete and get ready for that three-peat that he wants to do very, very bad, because Mahomes is the Michael Jordan of our era, and he's gonna want to win games. He's the Michael Jordan of football, so he's gonna want to win games, and he's just showing how good he is and how he's just gonna always lead his teammates to the promised land. And then when you get some wide receivers that they're hungry, they want to ring, they want to win, and they pair up with Patrick Mahomes, and you already know how that goes. You know how that goes. We seen what Juju did with Mahomes. He was hungry, he wanted a ring, he wanted to win, and then he got his wish granted. So getting dudes like Jettas, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but getting dudes like Jettas, getting dudes like Ridley, Mooney, dudes that's never won Super Bowls, I kind of like that, because they're gonna want to win. They're gonna be hungry, and they're gonna go for that. They're gonna want to go for that Super Bowl dub, so they can have a feeling of lifting that Lombardi. They can have the feeling of the confetti falling on them. Just the feeling that every NFL player as a teenager dreams of, as a kid he dreams of, and that's that feeling you're gonna get when you're playing with Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback. I just think more wide receivers need to understand that. Now, obviously, we're gonna have to spend some money, so we're gonna probably, if we could trade Snead, because they're open to trading him. So trade Snead, and then Chris Jones, extend him. We're going to have to extend Chris Jones. And we trade Snead, then we restructure Mahomes' contract, and then we right back in the game, man, when it comes to getting free agents. And we can have fun in free agency. Then we can use the capital we got off of Snead and use our capital in general. Then we can have fun in the draft. So it's going to be a very, very good offseason. I can't wait, man. It needs to hurry up. We're already in the offseason. I'm talking about when it really gets spicy with free agency, trades, the draft. When it really, really gets spicy. I have a mock draft coming out for y'all boys, too. I have a few mock drafts coming out for y'all. I haven't done that in a minute. I used to do mock drafts last year. That's before my views started blowing up. But I definitely have a few mock drafts coming out for y'all just for some fun. I love doing mock drafts. And hopefully y'all enjoy, man. I could also have some free agent targets videos coming out for y'all. I just got a lot of content. I have a lot of content coming out. I got a Calvin Ridley video coming out. I don't know if I'm going to do that for y'all today after this video, or I'm just going to upload it tomorrow. I really don't know, but I know I have a lot of content on the way. I have content from wide receivers from the draft, so we starting that again. I'm back, man. It's March. It's going to be a good month. It's going to be a fun month. Just, just come to my channel. I'm going to keep y'all entertained while we in the off season. We may not be able to watch the Chiefs every Sunday, but we can watch Chiefs Priority every day. So the entertainment's still here. It ain't as good as watching Mahomes kill everybody in the league, but it's good. I'm pretty sure it's good. I hope y'all enjoy my content. Chiefs Priority, and I'm out. Peace.